is up, YouTube? It is Drex and I am back with another video. So in today's video I want to talk specifically about PlayStation going ahead and merging in both PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now together to create the streaming service called Spartacus in order to compete against Xbox Gamepass. So I got the news today earlier this afternoon. So I think, overall I think it's a good idea. Gaming services are very popular. I'm not a big fan of gaming services. I've said that before, so I'm not, even though I'm a member of Game Pass, I'm not a big fan of it. So but I do like the service. I like both PlayStation Now. I use Xbox more, even though I prefer PlayStation. But I use Xbox Game Pass more as a service. But from a business standpoint and a logical standpoint, I think it's pretty good because not everyone is like me, where they get their hands on physical games or just don't have the space like that, or just some people just don't prefer to have all that, and maybe this might be a lot more affordable for them. So yeah, depending on people who are budgeting games and whatnot, I think that's a very awesome idea, and I think it's about time that Sony actually stepped up about it. Me personally, I said before, I don't think that they need a service, but when you look at it now in what's trending in the gaming market, they were going to have to step up eventually from a business standpoint. So I actually think that's good for business. The only thing that really concerns me, only two things that really concern me about this is the fact that I hope that past gen games like PlayStation, because the service is going to offer both, it's going to offer past gen games from the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, 3, and PSP. So only thing I am concerned about is if those games are going to be able to run natively. And what I mean by that is the fact that, so the point I'm trying to make is I don't know if anyone has been a member of PlayStation Now, but you notice with PlayStation 3 games, you had to stream those, and depending on your internet and what you had, what the requirements were, it wasn't really awesome. It really wasn't a great experience. I personally didn't have the best experience with that service myself, and I think that's what kind of discouraged me from getting back on PlayStation Now, because I actually had a 3-month membership on it. What I actually did, I put myself in a position where I gave both Game Pass and PlayStation Now a chance, because I was reluctant to get on both streaming services. But I ended up liking them both. I just wasn't a big fan of PlayStation Now like that. With how they ran PlayStation 3 games, but that's cool because I have most of the PlayStation 3 games I need now. Anyway, I can just load them up. I also have 2 PlayStation 3s now. So, but the point I'm trying to make is that will PlayStation finally put that to an end and just have you download those games natively without streaming? So that's just what comes into play. The fact that there's no day one access, that doesn't really concern me, because I know there's a lot of PlayStation games that probably a lot of people haven't caught up with. I know personally I still got to finish up Days Gone. Days Gone. I got to finish up Returnal. Shit. What's another a few other PlayStation games? I gotta play Until Dawn because I haven't played that. So it's actually going to be in my pickups video that I'm going to be doing soon. So it is a lot of PlayStation games exclusives I missed out on. So I think that's awesome for people who probably missed out on those games. They can go back and play those. I mean, you can kind of do that now, like with the PlayStation Plus with PlayStation 4 games. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you missed out on certain exclusives, like on PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, and 3, you can go back and play those, as well as the PSP. Another concern that I'm thinking about too is that there was a lot of IPs that Sony had on the PlayStation 1. There were damn, it was just as much exclusives as it was probably for PlayStation 2. Now that I think about it, I want to know if those will actually be available. A lot of those will be available on there now I'm thinking about it. But I think overall it's good to hear. I know a lot of people who are in the gaming community are fans of these services, so why not? Why not go ahead and do it? Look at how popular Game Pass is. You see where that's taking Microsoft. I'll even be honest and say this now. I don't think, and this isn't a knock towards Microsoft, I don't think Microsoft is going to be in the console market for too long. Xbox, well, particularly Xbox. I think it's just going to overall be a platform, which is perfectly fine. I mean, that's where future gaming is going. And I think that's probably where what Microsoft is probably realizing as well, too, that console gaming is probably dying. And Well, I don't think, now that I think about it, I don't think console gaming is possibly dying. Maybe it's just physical games in general. So this might be all this whole gaming service stuff. It might it might be a sign that's truly an end for physical games, which might be kind of a problem for me personally because of how I feel about it. But I'm not going to get off into that whole rant about licensing, video gaming licensing. I'll do that for another video. But I think overall it's a sign that maybe gaming in general might become, from all these companies, including Nintendo, it's all probably just going to be a service. And you know, in general, like you look at PlayStation, not PlayStation, but you look at Nintendo now, when they were offering the Nintendo 64 and the Sega Genesis games for the service a few months back, along when they were selling those controllers and stuff, they were already trying to get their foot in the doors as well. So this is fairly new for a lot of these developers besides Xbox and the other cloud stream services such as Luna and Stadia. Google knew what they were doing when they came out with Stadia. They already had their foot in the door as well. But Xbox, I feel like overall is probably just going to be perfecting the cloud gaming market. I think it might be a minute for Sony until they start establishing themselves on as a platform besides a console. But overall, that's just my 2 cents on it. Just want to give some thoughts. I know I rambled on a little bit, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Other than that, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Dislike button is gone, so sorry if you can't dislike it, haters. But other than that, this is Drex, and I'm out.